Good evening. Today what we're going to look at within Photoshop is the ability to apply a raw editor preset. This is slightly different from applying an action within Photoshop at a later stage. What you can do within the raw editor is you can set up parameters that will be applied to the incoming images. And effectively, you now have advanced your camera image to where you want to begin to import your image into Photoshop for final editing. It's a time saver, and again, you can be as creative as you wish, experiment around with what works for you within all the various genres of portraiture, buildings, landscape, seascape, etc. What I've done is I have loaded an image into Photoshop, which is an image I took of a demolition. And what I want to see is, I want to see how it will look in black and white. And I'm going to dehaze the background a little. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the clarity, which is going to give it a bit more punch. So let's start by loading this image, which is a PSD file, into Photoshop. Now the first thing we must do before we do that is we go to our layers, and if we've got open layers we must flatten this image. And if we now look and just check and layers, and we can see that the actual image is flattened. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unlock the background layer as well. Now I'm going to load it straight into the filter section, which you will see camera raw filter. And when I click, that image will now open up in the camera raw image. Because I'll put a frame around this, a black frame around it, you'll find that anything that's heavily overexposed, namely black, will be highlighted in blue. So don't worry about that if you've got a frame already around one of your images and you want to apply. If you do nothing to it, this blue area will still remain jet black. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the area where my presets are stored. My presets are stored under the preset menu, and to get to the preset menu you'll see this little drop down menu on your basic menu. So whenever you open up the raw editor you will be presented with this screen. You'll see basic, and you'll see this little tab at the end of the basic screen. If you click it, it will open up, and if you down to apply preset, and where I have actually got one or two set up at the moment, I've got black and white. If I click over the top of black and white, I've now applied the preset, and the preset can now be opened back into Photoshop, and we've now got a black and white version in full screen, and we now have a black and white version of that particular photograph. Again, this is for experimentation. You can apply it as little or as much as you wish in order to exaggerate your image and effectively just have some creative fun. So that's my presentation on using the preset. In the next video, what I will do is I will show you how to create your preset that can be used whenever you load images into your camera raw.